Hey gang, you ever been in a situation where your winch just goes click click, yet nothing happens? Let's take a look inside this Rugcel winch right here and see what we've got going on.
Alright, gang. So what I did here was test with my test light to give me the change in polarity, and I used a headlamp bulb and tested all of my controls coming from the control box to the winch motor. This allowed me to see that everything was working as it should from the control box.
Okay!
So you can see here I'm taking off the motor end cover and the stator assembly, and here's where the problem is at. There was no gasket between this and the motor base housing, and it allowed water to seep into this winch. Alright, sorry to interrupt, but we can't go any further. I got a message on my last video that I posted about this Rugcel winch from Rugcel last night, thanking me for giving them, I'm going to have to read it now, I'm sorry. Thanking me for your attention. We will continue to improve. Now, my problem with Rugcel, and the reason I'm making this winch repair video, is because this winch failed, right? This winch is still under warranty, and you see at this point in the video why it has failed, because of a manufacturer defect that they were not willing to stand behind. So Rugcel, I hope you're watching this video now and we can have a friendly chat, because you left me high and dry at responding to my email. So continue to watch the video, everybody. There's some good stuff in here. I will link the video for the install up in the top of the screen also, and when I do a review on this winch, I will put a link in that too. So enjoy. So here's a look at the burned up rotor from those brushes not contacting it fully, and I will get this end cap off so we can take a closer look at the brushes. Alright, with the end cap off, you can see here the brushes are seized in their holders. Now, I didn't have the manual for this winch anymore, so I was unable to source any parts for it, but I just applied some lubricant and worked on these brushes for a little while. I'll save you guys some of the video of this, because it did take quite a while to get those brushes loosened up. Once I got all the brushes loosened up in there, I went through, hit them all with a little bit of a file just to make sure they could move freely in there. And then I cleaned up our housing and removed all of the rust from that so I could apply some sealant when I reassembled this. Now, with everything nice and clean, I decided to put a little bit of rust penetrant on here just to keep the bolts from seizing up. I did sand the rotor so it was nice and clean. The bearing seemed good. There wasn't anything going on with the bearing there. There's a close-up of the rotor, and here is the gasket maker that I used to seal this back together. Just a nice good bead. I wasn't worried about it oozing in to the inside of that rotor, and any of it that oozed out to the outside I could easily wipe off. So it is a little tricky to line the brushes up, and I had my body in the way of the camera shot, but once the stator was put back on over top of the rotor, I put the end cap on and tightened everything up. So there you can see our sealant oozing out. Now the only thing left to do is mount this back on the front of the Jeep. Hey everybody, I appreciate you taking the time to watch all the way through this video. Hopefully you were able to get something out of it that's informative, educational, fun, whatever, however you want to look at it. It's summertime now, and I'm really looking forward to being able to put some more content out on YouTube over the next few months. So stay tuned and enjoy.